President Donald Trump said Friday he would agree to temporarily reopen the federal government for 3 weeks after a 35-day shutdown, a historic closure begun by his demand for a border wall, which congressional Democrats, empowered in the midterms, have roundly rejected. With the president's assent, both houses of Congress are expected to imminently pass spending bills, and Trump said the measures would guarantee back pay for affected workers. After 5 weeks, the president's reversal amounted to a concession to the Democrats' stated position to end the shutdown, which affects 9 federal agencies and some 800,000 employees, while continuing to negotiate about the specific issue of border security. Nancy Pelosi, the House Speaker, has said Trump's insistence on a wall with Mexico amounted to holding Americans hostage. She called such a wall immoral and ineffective. The president contends a barrier is needed to stave off a crisis of drugs, violence and human trafficking. Democrats, however, have said they will work with the president and Republicans to hash out broad funding for other border security measures, a compromise Trump accepted Friday, while making an oblique reference to his ability to declare a national emergency, if needed in the future, to try and fund a wall without congressional approval. Trump said that during the 3 weeks the government is reopened, until February 15, both Democratic and Republican lawmakers will meet with Homeland Security experts to put together a bill funding new measures including, he hoped, a wall. For a month he has insisted on just such a barrier, which was a signature issue during his campaign. Ever bold, Trump vowed earlier this month the shutdown could last months, a year or even longer, if he did not get his way. On Friday, despite his concession in allowing the government to reopen without the guarantee of a wall, he said he was not backing down from it as a key proposal. Without agreement, the country will merely repeat the entire shutdown. We really have no choice but to build a powerful wall or steel barrier, Trump said. If we don't get a fair deal from Congress, the government will either shut down on February 15 again, or I will use the powers afforded to me under the laws and the Constitution of the United States to address this emergency. We will have great security. Related video, flights into New York's LaGuardia Airport halted due to short staffing amid government shutdown. Last weekend, amid mounting pressure from those squeezed by the funding freeze, Trump announced his own possible compromise, which Congress quickly dismissed. He proposed give him $5.7 billion for a wall and other measures, and in exchange he would temporarily extend some immigration reforms he had dismantled, which was seen as his Democratic priority. Trump's announcement moving to end the shutdown without wall funding in place, made in the Rose Garden at the White House, falls on what would have been the second Friday without paychecks going out for government workers. Some 800,000 federal employees and many more contractors have been without pay since the shutdown began on December 22. Single mom Christy Scarazzo, a botanist with U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, was one of the hundreds of thousands stranded. She spoke with people last week in tears, scrambling for options as the weeks passed without money. I don't know what I am going to do, she says.